I mean, nobody can aspire to be the number one entertainer in the world. That's the kind of thing that happens through hard work and work ethic and talent. And Dwayne had all that. And besides, he fucking pretty. I hate pretty people. Damn it. A man shouldn't be pretty. He should be rugged and rustic like us.
Right. He's a scraggly beard right now to ugly him up a
I
little
just
bit.
called you ugly like me. I want everybody else to be ugly too. But we're talented.
That's
So
right.
it don't matter.
That's right. Yeah, and we got money, so you know
You
it
got
makes us
that
happy.
money, baby.
What exactly is the outcome that they're looking for?
Moving through the world with
This incessant need to blur the line. What outcomes are you looking for? You don't want females to look like females, and you don't want males to look like males. What is the outcome that you're looking for? What is your success? What is success when you can sit back and say, got everything that we want done. Now let's move on to the next subject. Because this constant attack on what is quote unquote manly and masculine is ridiculous. It's not helpful. It's not benefiting anybody in any way, shape, or form. But this is what is constantly being shoved down our throats. No manly traits, no recognition of what men say a female is. You have biological women who can't answer what a woman is. At the same time, you've got articles being written saying 20 manly traits that need to be left behind. In today's evolving society, traditional gender roles and expectations are being challenged and redefined. And who is the tip of the spear that is trying to challenge and redefine
It is what it is.
these masculine traits? Women are speaking out against certain perceived manly ideals that they believe are limiting and harmful. Who are you to judge what is harmful? Based on what is it limiting? It's been working for eons. Now, because it's 20XX, it doesn't work. Not only to men, but to society as a whole. Who are these females and these males raised by matriarchal females to determine that it's limiting and it's harmful to society and men? These stereotypes often perpetuated by societal pressures. You mean what works and has worked? And media representations can restrict men's self-expression and personal growth. But when we express how we want to express, you'll complain about that. So it's more you want to control how it's expressed rather than continue to be accepting of how men express themselves. From dismissing the importance of self-care to avoiding household responsibilities, there are numerous male-associated behaviors that many modern women wish to fade away. The women wish it to fade away. Why? They want it to fade away because they don't like how it is working, continue to work, and they want to change it. So it seems to me as a selfish endeavor, not necessary to help society, not necessary to help men, but it's to appease the females who don't desire to be around men and don't desire to be women. Positive masculinity should be embraced and celebrated. Again, what is negative masculinity and positive masculinity? I have yet to hear the lines that differentiate between the two, other than what makes women happy or what makes women feel like they're not being, females being put in a place of vulnerability. Recognize and rethink outdated gender norms that no longer serve us, but no longer serve women. You got judging men for grooming, care of the appearance, or engaging in grooming practices are less masculine is an outdated, harmful stereotype. Grooming and self-care should be encouraged and celebrated. It's just that you don't like how men choose to groom themselves or how they choose to present themselves based on their upbringing, based on their understanding of what being manly or male is. It has nothing to do with, oh, it's an outdated and harmful stereotype. It's just that you're not content with it. You want pretty things on your arm. You want pretty things to look at everywhere you go. Avoiding face masks and sunscreen. Skincare and sun protection are solely the domains of women. Nobody has ever said that. It's just that maybe men have more important, more pressing matters to be concerned with. Maybe men choose to wear clothing to facilitate protecting their skin, large hats, large brimmed hats. I mean, if you're outside working in, let's say, 98-degree heat, no shade, do you want sunscreen dripping into your eye? Or you want them to spend the extra money on a stingless sunscreen? Men take care of themselves as they see fit, and it's not that there's a lack of masculinity. It's what works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You wear proper clothing, you don't have to be so overly concerned about getting sunburned. Or there are those who like the sunburn because that time of the year they get to actually get the tan or the farmer's tan that they don't get during the rest of the year.
Your skin looks more flawless than normal. And your cheekbones? My God, you've got amazing bone structure. You look fantastic. Are you? You're not. Wearing makeup? I'm gonna trigger some folks today. This should be interesting. So, for those of you who have been around like since the beginning, and it is in like video number 7 that I did back in 2008, I did a video before talking about men's makeup, but I took that video down because of what an ignorant asshole I sounded like.
Maybe because he got trashed. Maybe women banded together and trashed his channel to the point to where he said, I can't take it anymore. I need to circle back around and quote unquote rectify or appease all of these people trashing him on his channel. To say he was ignorant, no, he's a man. He has seen what he has seen the trials and tribulations of men moving through the world and not needing makeup, other than those who are actors or on stage to facilitate the expression of a character, not necessary to appease women as he's walking about. But I'm going to assume that he had to circle around for one or two reasons. Getting ratioed on his YouTube channel, or he saw there was money in it. Those are two assumptions. Maybe there was a third possible, but I believe it's one of the two. Tired of getting trashed, losing finances, or the pot was sweetened. Well, if you do this, sir, we'll make sure that you are handsomely compensated. Could be. Not saying true, just an assumption.
I was embarrassed of myself looking back. It was back in the day when I first started YouTube, and I thought at that point you needed to be like racy and sort of say things that were outlandish in order to get attention, because that's what
How is saying you don't need makeup in order to move about the world as a man being racy? Unless you're an actor, stage, film, TV, why do you need makeup? On your way to work, on your way to a meeting, on your way to dinner.
I saw the popular YouTubers doing. And so I tried that for a little while. And that were the dark days of Alpha M here on YouTube.
Sounds like he was having problems. Comment section, doxing possibly. Or they sweeten the pot. They circle around, apologize.
Such a bad taste in my mouth that I've been a little bit gun shy to talk about men's makeup. But recently, the past few years, I've been getting a lot of questions revolving around men's makeup. And so today I thought I'd take another stab at this. Today we're talking about men's makeup. All right, so men's makeup. Now I'm not talking about like how to do with smoky eyes and dudes that put like tons of makeup on to look fabulously gorgeous.
For who? For the straight men, who would they be wanting to look fabulously gorgeous for? For themselves? Because I've always said when women put on makeup and put on outfits, it's not for them, because they only see themselves once they're in the mirror. After that, it's for everybody else. So who are these men to look fabulously gorgeous for? To appease as they're moving about throughout the world? Whose eyes are they hoping to appease?
Talking about guys like you and I who use maybe bronzer to add a little bit of color, concealers to hide blemishes or dark circles, or a light foundation to help even out your irregular skin tone. So men's makeup or cosmetics. I think the term makeup lends itself to women, right? Obviously. And I think that's one of the biggest issues. If it was called something else, like men's like dark circle remover or something like that, I think that it might be a little bit more well received.
Dark circles is either genetics or because you're working hard. Third one might be, you have an addiction issue. But generally, it's hereditary or it's because you're working too hard. If it's hereditary, why are you trying to have to spend money every day to cover up the dark circles that you were gifted through your parents? Or if you're working too hard, why are they complaining if you're working? Why they're giving you crap for working hard to the point of getting dark circles because you're not well rested, but you're putting food on the table? Are you telling me that his wife is tired of looking at his eyes as he's working for the family to better make things better, easier for the family? Stop working so hard because you're getting bags under your eyes, or here we need to start purchasing concealer, makeup to cover up the bags under your eyes. This is to appease who?
I think a lot of guys have an issue with the idea of wearing makeup because they associate makeup with women because makeup is typically associated with women. But times, they are a changing because
What's changing? Why is it times what? What is changing? Because it's 2020 XX. Why does it mean, oh, well, we need to do something different because of the year? Time is a construct that we created. There is no other being on this planet that is saying, oh, well, what time is it? What month is it? What week is it? We're the only ones who are focused on that. But because it's a year that we constructed, we need to say, oh, well, times are changing.
men's cosmetics are one of the fastest growing segments of the cosmetic industry. More guys than ever are starting to explore cosmetics as a solution to deal with some of the issues that we talk about here on the Alpha M YouTube channel, like dark circles, blemishes, irregularity. Now, me personally,
Blemishes. Showing my age, but if you had bad skin as a teen, you find ways to better your skin. And if you're an adult with bad skin, covering it up does not address the issue. If you got a crappy diet, and that's the reason that your skin at 28, 38, 48 is looking horrendous, that's on you. You're not supposed to cover it up. You're supposed to take care of it and change your diet. Stop eating like you are a 12-year-old little boy. Makeup is not the solution. Like Spanx isn't the solution. Like gastric bypass surgery isn't a solution. Ozempic isn't the solution. That's supposed to. We're not supposed to be turning ourselves into cheats to remedy issues that may be occurring. Never mind if you got bad skin. Are you taking care of business? Are you taking care of the business? Are you taking care of your family? Are you taking care of your work life in order to get to a better position? Because I don't think if you got bad skin, but you are an elite in a certain field, you're not going to get the job. Unless it's a forward-facing job. But even then, they might try to work around that if you're the it man in this particular field.
I don't use any powders. I don't use any cosmetics. I don't use anything on my face other than Tiege Hanley, the most amazing skincare system in the history of skin, and is really the
Product placement.
same reason why a lot of guys do choose to wear makeup. It's to make themselves feel better. They're not happy with something about their face or their skin.
He's talking about men, but he's sounding like how females talk about things. I don't feel good about myself. If you're taking care of business, how do you not feel good about yourself? Oh, because I have dark circles? Is the family unhoused? Homeless, excuse me? Is there no food in the refrigerator? No utilities on? Phone being blown up because of creditors? Then why would you care about your appearance as long as you were taking care of the business, other than to look good for females?
And for those people out there, I just want to issue this statement, like lay it out there. If something makes you feel better about yourself, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what anybody says about it. You should do it. Period. End of story. It doesn't matter what anybody else says, including old, uneducated asshole me, who was, and in that video, I was like, oh, wait, makeup's for chicks. Me? I would never, well, whatever. I've worn makeup. I went to Shark Tank, and they plastered makeup on me. And you know what? I looked incredible.
Again, unless you're in a field that requires it, you should not be overly pressed about blemishes. You should not be overly pressed about blemishes, uneven skin tones, and the like. If it's your job, yes, but they're pushing this out as far as manly traits that need to go away. Now they want men to wear makeup so they can look pretty for the women everywhere. Nowhere, anywhere any woman looks should she be like, ugh, I can't believe he's out here walking with that raccoon mask. He's walking around here, he's got pimples. This is a selfish endeavor. They tried to put it under we need to get rid of manly traits, but this is a selfish endeavor at its best. Evil at its worst, because they're putting on these nonsensical thought processes on young men, little boys. Supposed to go through the ugly stage so you can come out on the other side of things and say, I remember when I had bad skin. I remember when I had bowl cuts. I remember when, I had buck teeth. I remember when my gap was so large that people said it looked like a picket fence. You're supposed to go through that. You look at any of the UFC fighters, not any, but you can look at a majority of the UFC fighters, and if you listen to how they talked about themselves, George St. Pierre, I think that's his name. This kid, phenomenal fighter, retired. He said he used to get bullied. I'm not saying, I'm pro-bully, but I am saying that hardships are supposed to occur for males who become men. You're supposed to go from, you was 80 pounds up to the age of 20. Then all of a sudden he had this huge hormonal blow up, and all of a sudden he's 23 and 190 pounds of solid muscle. Supposed to go from a metamorphosis. And bad skin is a metamorphosis. But cheating with makeup is not how we're supposed to do it. Supposed to say, hey, okay, well, I can't eat this. I can't eat that. I can't do. Supposed to take care of yourself internally so you can, it will show externally. Makeup is a cheat. Makeup is Spanx. Makeup is false eyelashes. Makeup is bariatric surgery. Why spend all this money on these cheats when you could just do the hard work?
Seriously, after she got done, she's like, hey, take a look. You look great. I'm like, damn, I do look flawless. And I'm telling you, there's a reason why women wear makeup, because it makes them look more beautiful. And it's not just women that it helps guys too.
It helps guys look good for the women. They want pretty things in their faces everywhere they look. That's all this is.
There are tons. And here's the thing. This is the thing I will say. I don't wear makeup. I don't plan on wearing makeup. I do occasionally get the zit. I just rock it. I try to take care of my bags through, proper sleep, hydration, nutrition, and all that good stuff. And like I said, all the skin irregularity, I exfoliate. I take crazy good care of my skin. But where the hell was I going with that? The main reason I don't wear makeup is simply because I'm lazy. I don't want to add anything else to my grooming routine. I'm like a fast in and out kind of guy. You be the most confident self that you possibly can. And if wearing makeup, men's makeup, cosmetics helps you feel better about you, do it. Period.
That's insane to say, oh, well, if makeup makes you feel good about yourself, you're supposed to put in the hard work. Period. Dot. You're supposed to put in the hard work to get yourself together. Moisturizer, okay. But makeup? No. No.
Minimal makeup versus full coverage. Let's go.
A primer on both sides to even out the skin texture. A little bit of color corrector on this side and a little more here for flawless under eyes. With a really light layer of foundation on this side, the idea is to not cover everything up, but just to make your skin look a little more even. But more foundation on this side to get that full coverage look. The contour will be very, very minimal on this side and obviously a lot more prominent on this side. The tiniest amount of concealer here to make your under eyes look less pigmented but still natural. More concealer on this side that hides everything. Powder blush on this side of the face and a tiny bit of liquid blush on this side. Setting the concealer on this side with a little bit of translucent powder, baking this side.
Okay, I know he's doing half on one side on half on the other, but doesn't that seem like a whole lot of work? Every day. Every day. Multiple times a day, because unless you're, is it a permanent not permanent makeup, but long lasting? And what is this 72-hour makeup and deodorant? What is wrong with y'all that y'all see this and say, ooh, I want something to last 72 hours? What are you doing that you cannot wash your face? I'm sorry. If he's doing this in the morning, isn't he going to have to do this in the afternoon and again at night? Who are these men that you want to have this time to do this every day? That's ridiculous. Just in his little demo he's doing before real, full, and they both look tiring multiple times a day. Hell no.
Minimal makeup versus full coverage. Let's go.
A primer on both sides to even out the skin texture. A little bit of color corrector on this side and a little more here for flawless under eyes. With a really light layer of foundation on this side, the idea is to not cover everything up, but just to make your skin look a little more even. But more foundation on this side to get that full coverage look. The contour will be very, very minimal on this side and obviously a lot more prominent on this side. The tiniest amount of concealer here to make your under eyes look less pigmented but still natural. More concealer on this side that hides everything. Powder blush on this side of the face and a tiny bit of liquid blush on this side. Setting the concealer on this side with a little bit of translucent powder, baking this side for bright under eyes. Highlighter only on the full coverage side. A curling mascara on this side, and I'm just going to curl my lashes and skip mascara on this side.
This obviously looks more glam and will look flawless in pictures, but then in real life, people will be able to tell that you're wearing layers of makeup, while this one will look natural both in pictures and in real life. So which one do you pick? Tell me in the comments.
Who has time to do all of that? Work for the Department of Sanitation. Who's got time to do that? Officer Jones, who has time to do all of that? That is exhausting just looking at it. And it was a quick demo. No, that's ridiculous. That this is what you want. This is what you want. We need to get rid of these manly traits that are harmful and detrimental to men and society for men to do that every day. Multiple times a day. Regardless, doesn't matter what job you do.
Appears to look like glass. Skin so luminous that you can almost see your reflection off of it. This is called glass skin, and by far it's one of the most attractive and aesthetic routines that any man could have. But achieving glass skin isn't easy, especially for black men with melanated skin. Because in this video, I'll be showing you a powerful glass skincare routine that's tailored specifically for black men.
Routine. Multiple times a day. extra money out the family household. This is the new man. Have to commit time to maintain an appearance in order to appease the woman's eyeballs multiple times a day, extra money out your pocket. Come on.
But it's based off of Korean. Glass skin is skin that's clean, clear, and luminous, with an almost completely flawless complexion. Skin that's so clear and hydrated,
Who
it gives
cares
off a
about a flawless? Who cares about flawless skin other than women? And y'all want men to focus on this too. Ladies, aren't the guys that go out of their way to look like this, aren't y'all having serious problems with them? Cause if they looking good for you, doesn't that mean they're looking good for everybody? If you oohing and eyeing off of their skin, doesn't that mean everybody else is too? It seems like a terrible idea to say, I want all men to chase this. F-boy energy.
shiny and almost reflective appearance. Skin that makes you literally look like you're glowing. Glass skin is commonly found in Korean skincare, considering they are the ones who came up with it in the first place. Men's skin needs just as much attention as women's skin, and the idea that men shouldn't take care of their skin is quite literally barbaric. Like, seriously, what are you, a caveman?
You hear this? If you're not chasing this, you're a caveman. If you're, as black men, if you're not chasing after a Korean regiment, skincare regiment, you're barbaric. And again, ladies, aren't you having problems with these men that look like this? Why would you encourage this? You're already on the losing end, and you want to be more on the losing end. Y'all have not thought this through at all. All that money and time. Who has all this time? We're going to take the money out of it. But who has all this time? Because again, unless everybody's an actor or on stage or TV, why? Why would you put all this energy into trying to appease the eyeballs of women who are telling you that you're barbaric, that you're antiquated, that you're detrimental to society because you kind of got a quick and fast way of putting yourself out to the world? Now, I'm not saying, on for certain events, nights on the town with your lady, you gussy up, but they're talking about basically every day. And you see the ridiculous amount of time and money and repetition throughout the day that you would have to in order to maintain that. And what to turn you into a chick. All under the guise that your antiquated idea of masculine is the problem. But you want you to be a chick. And this chick with a mustache, is she appealing? I think not. No shade to her. But I'm just saying. Not even a second glance. Not if I had bottomless margaritas. Not to say, oh, well, just once. Hell no. That's just me, though. No shame on her. I believe her.
Anyway, you take care. Still love you.
I think
Even
so.
though you're a rotten pill,
Anyway,
still
that's
love
all
you.
I got.
Take care.